Good afternoon, everybody. Here we are for another day of roll reveals. This one's a 1951D roll. A very nice one, should be. Had to break the tape on this one, so I have no idea exactly what's inside. And let's see, 1951D, known for a lot of different repunch mint marks, couple of over mint marks. We got a double die obverse, along with some other good stuff that we could be looking for here. So I want to go ahead and welcome you and get started. Hang on just a second. Let me get this moved so I can see one of my stats here. I'm looking for the number of people in here. I got number 4 people in here right now. So, here we go. 1951 Denver. I need to count these coins real quick to be sure there's 50 coins here. There's 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 40, 49. Okay. All right, hang on just a second. Okay, everything's together. I will have to let you know that there's only 49 coins in this roll. So, number 50, Stan, will get a credit for his next reveal on that one. And so here we go. I've got coin number 1 in the roll going to Carl. And Carl's coin looks just like this. None of the fancy dancy stuff that we're looking for on the mint mark. I'm going to keep moving around on the coin, see what else we can find, perhaps. Doubled eyelid, maybe. Not the big double die. Obverse. Let's check the reverse side on these first 10 coins. This one's a little spotty. Hope the rest of this roll turns out to be a little better than this. That's for Carl. Now number 2. Number 2 will go to Ent. Everybody hear me just fine, right? Just making sure that I'm being heard. Ooh, this one's spotty too. This might end up being a reject roll. I tell you what. I've only been through 2 coins, and the first 2 have been normal coins that are not in great shape. So let's do this. I only got 49 coins in the roll. Let me switch rolls. Get a different roll out. Put this back. Mark it as a substandard roll. Not go through that one again. Put Stan back in the back. And at least we know Stan's going to get the last coin in there, and Carl gets the first one. And Ant gets the second one. And so we'll just start over. Hang on just a second. Let me grab another roll. All right, straight out of the dungeon this one comes. 1951D. Have never looked inside this. Whoa, that's a nice little toner right there on the top. We dump this one out. And we'll use this one instead. I'm sure this roll is at least full. Sometimes I run into where I have an extra coin, but this one is a full roll. Now let's start over. Start all over. This one for Carl. Now that looks a little prettier. Got him a minor RPM right off the very get-go. Right there in the very beginning. You have a very minor upper and lower serif. Doubled mint mark there. And See what else we have going on this coin, if anything. It's going to be a little better than the last, I'm sure. No big spots on this. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Here we go. All right. You're very welcome, Frostbite. All right, we got a minor RPM on that one. Now, Ant, let's see what we get for Ant, second coin in the roll. Let's see what's here. That one's got a little die chip on the 9, and a little die crack starting on the 9 going downward toward the south, but I don't see anything die variety related here right off the bat. I see something that looks like doubling, but I think that's a hit on the mint mark. I got to get closer to check that one for sure. Get the lighting down just a little bit more. Yeah, that's a hit. That is not an RPM. Alright. Keep looking around, see what we can find on here. We're going to be looking at the reverse side on the first 10 coins at least. So there's a nice die crack. This big old die crack. That's a waste of a marker. Unless we have a double die reverse here, which we do not. Alright. Uh-oh. Clean up on aisle 4. Alright, coin number 3 now. This one going to Parviz. And Parviz. That's another one of the same die. Same die there. We don't need to look at the reverse on this one, because it's the same die as the last coin. At least we know we're dealing with an original source here. See nothing on the reverse of this one, so... Coin number 4 now. Josie. Ms. Josie Fletcher. Let's see what Josie Fletcher got. Another one. Got another one of the same die again. So nothing to look at on the other side. All these coins so far have just a little blotch of orangish right in the center of the reverse. Looks very nice. Very, very nice. Okay, this one's a different die. This one appears that it may match Carl's coin there on the beginning of the roll. Let's see. Let me check it real quick. So I got these big die scratches below the T. Let's check Carl's coin real quick. And there we go. Big die scratches below the T. We have a duplicate die pair. That works for me. Nothing on the reverse. This one's for Stan. So now Stan and Carl get to share in the wealth on a minor RPM. Here's one for Mickey now. Coin number 4. Number 4 for Mickey. And what does Mickey get? Is that another one of the same thing? It is. It is. It's another one of that minor RPM. So we'll do for Mickey on that one. Coin number 7 now. Number 7 for Tyler. Well, why couldn't we do this with like really expensive double dies or something? Okay, that's the same as the other die. There's only been 2 different die pairs come out of this roll so far. One RPM, one not RPM. That's why I haven't looked at the reverses on any of these, because, well, there's just no point. I can see the reverse to see if there's any error on them when I flip the coins over. Okay, what do we have here? This is a third different die pair. So this is our first coin from a different die pair than the first 2 we've seen so far. So we'll check it. We've got that big concentric die ring around the inside of the rim. that can be our marker for this one. And check the reverse and see what we have. On the reverse, we have nothing. So it's another normal. This one's for Mark. I wanted to do a get well card for Mr. Parvis, and the way I wanted to do it was I can go get a card and sign it and send it out, and have it go like by stamped envelope around the community. We can get it signed for him. This is the RPM. Yep, this is the minor RPM. This one's for Dan. And then we can get it sent to him. I need somebody to organize a good way to do this so that we all get to sign it and get it mailed off, and do that within the next 2 to 3 weeks. Perhaps, maybe it might be a better way to do it if you guys do a card for Parvis and mail it to my address. That might work better. Even if you just fold up a piece of paper and write a letter to Parvis, and then you can mail it to me and I'll take them all to him. That would be a lot faster than the idea of trying to round robin a card around the country 25 times. Okay, this one's got nothing on the obverse. I was looking for a good marker. I couldn't really find one. Here on the reverse, I'm showing nothing. I think it might be a better plan just to each of you do, even if it's a folded piece of construction paper and you write with a crayon, it doesn't matter. You don't have to send an actual card. You can send a piece of steno paper with a little get well Parvis, maybe a little drawing for him, and just make him feel good, and I'll just take them all to him. Hey, this is another from that same die. So it's got a little shot from the D to the lower 5 there. So a little die scratch. Concentric die ring on the inside. This is the same as Mark's coin. So it's another normal, and that one's for Parvis. Yes, he does live there in Florida. He lives in the Ocala area. This one for Eric. And Eric now gets the die chip. Gets the die chip on the 9. So we know that die. Yeah, I'll be driving through Ocala when I come into town. I will be going to the Tampa area. That's where my father lives. Going down there to visit him, and then I'll go on down and spend some time with Eric. Probably help him with his yard or something else he needs help with. I'll throw in and get something together for him and help him out a little bit. All right. Yes, I know that, Dan. Have to meet up with you sometime. One from Mark. That was a normal coin. Generally, what I typically like to do is meet up with, bring Eric up and meet with Kelly Ray. This is something that we've done a few times. And meet in Brandon. And Brandon would be a pretty simple drive for you, Dan. You could meet us in Brandon. And we could all do a dinner. This is going to be the RPM. That one's for Jordan. And for Mickey now. Does he get another RPM? Let's check this side. Nope, this is the Mark die. I call this the Mark die. The Mark die has that die scratch between the D and the 5, and it's a low mint mark, and it's a very early die state coin with concentric die ring around the inside of the rim. So we know that one. Oh, you live up by USF? So, yeah, just take Fowler over to the interstate and go down to Brandon. I'm very familiar with the Tampa area. Misdirected by YouTube. How unconscionable of them. There's another one of the RPMs. And the markers that go with it. That's for Eric. Number 17 for Ant. What do we have here? Let's see. Nothing doing. We have a normal coin here. Now let's see. It doesn't appear to be any of the die pairs that I'm familiar with, so let's flip it over and take a look at the reverse and see what happened there. Just to see. Oops. This was an ender. It's a roll ender. Nothing great going on there. How about a 2x2 with a coin and a signature? You could do that too. Parvis likes anything. Parvis likes all kinds of stuff. That's another one of the marked coins there. It's going to have that ring. There we go. Concentric die ring. Die scratch right on the inside of the rim. That one's for Sissy. Oh, I don't need to email the address. I can do it like this. Here's the address to send Parvis cards. Oops. Let me type this out. Parvis coins. Mail to Parvis, care of Chuck Daughtrey, P.O. Box 2364, Smithfield, North Carolina. I had to think for a minute about what state I live in. 27577. There it is. Oh, nothing happened to Parvis except that his health is getting worse and he is not feeling well. He has his granddaughter helping take care of him, and we've all decided that we want to mail cards or otherwise to him. Cards, coins, photograph, a drawing, anything that makes him feel better, anything that makes him know that we care. You mail it to Parvis, care of Chuck Daughtrey, P.O. Box 2364, Smithfield, North Carolina, 27577. I'll get those hand-delivered straight to Parvis so we can open them and look at them together. Now, coin number 19, Taco John. Taco John, what do I have for Taco John? I think we're getting 1 RPM out of all this. This one looks different. This one looks like it could possibly. No, it's not. I thought maybe it was a RPM to the east, but it's not. Let's look up here and see if it's anything up here. No I. No doubling on Liberty. Let's check the reverse of this one. I haven't seen this reverse yet, so die crack on the outside edge of the wheat on the right side. Die crack complex, you might call it. And nothing else on the back that I can see. Now what I'll do is, if Parvis will allow me to film it, I'll film it and put it on YouTube. That way everybody can see his reaction. Alright, next coin. This one's for Mickey. This is one of the RPMs, and there's the proof in the pudding. I like doing this sort of thing. That's why, that, folks, right there, is why I want you guys, regardless of all else, keep up with me about your whereabouts and what's going on with you. If you've decided that you're going to move on and you don't want to collect coins anymore, I've had that too. I've had people email me and say, hey, I like your show and everything. I'm just not going to collect coins anymore. So take me off your list and have a great life. And I'm good with that. I don't mind that at all. At least it lets me know that you're healthy, you're good. So I've got a few people that I need to contact unless somebody here knows their whereabouts. There is another one of the RPMs. Right there is your marker. This one's for Miss Josie. Few people. Anybody want to tell me, have you seen, do you know the whereabouts of Stanley Zolkowski? I haven't seen him in quite a while. This is one of the Mark coins. There we go. Stanley Zolkowski being one. Chubby Pop Chaser being another one. Haven't seen either one of them in over a month. Yes, I did Cat Morgan Dollar, and it is exactly what you say it is, and it's a nice one, too. 1927 DRPM number 1. This is another one of the Mark coins here, so we're going to skip right on by. Normal coin. There's our marker. And this one's for Sissy. Don't see anything on the reverse that makes it special, so we'll move on now to Carl. Chubby Pop Chaser was on Whatnot last night. Okay. That's good. It's at least good to know he's okay. I haven't heard from him in quite a while. It's just nice to know that the people are still doing fine, regardless of whether they come to my shows. That's not the important part. The important part is to know that they're doing well. Here's Jordan. And it's another one of the die cracks. Let's see. Who else have I not heard from in a while that I would like to know? If anybody knows what happened to or where Ted Evans is, I would like to hear from Ted Evans. Just to let me know he's okay, he's alive, and still kicking. There's another one of our RPMs. This one's for Sureg. A lot of examples of this RPM in this roll. Here is the next coin. Next coin it goes to Stan. It's going to be coin number 28. And coin number 28 is another one of the RPMs. Right there. You'll show up from the hospital. That's good, Dan. I wish you well, and I hope things go very, very well for you. My mother has surgery on her hand coming up next month. I don't have any surgeries planned, although I do have a dental appointment tomorrow. Yay. I get to go have a tooth work done. Yay, yay. But I'll be here tomorrow after the numb wears off. I can't really do very well if I'm numb. That's another one of the Mark coins here. There you go. You see the same dies repeating themselves over and over and over again. This is normally what you will see when you're dealing with a mint original source. Number 31 now for Taco John. I'm going to try to keep the schedule today, even though I had to start this first show a little bit late. There we go. Once again, an RPM. This one for Taco John. Number 32, this one for Ant. This one is going to be a normal coin. Seen this die once before. Seems it's a little scarce in this roll. Generally how that happens is most of a bag was emptied out and rolled before they dumped another source in. And the other source they dumped in was a different set of rolls. That way you might get 1 or 2 or 3 coins from a particular die in your roll because it came from the previous bag or the previous large source. There's one for Sureg. So there's a different one altogether. This is an RPM. It is a different RPM. So we will pull it out for Sureg and check this and check the reverse on this one as well, because I think this is the first time I've seen this one. Let's check over here. Yep, little die chip up there in the 5. I did see the email, Doug. I haven't had time yet to really look at it, but I did see that it did come in. Stan. This is going to be one of our Mark coins. There we go. There is our concentric die ring. Now number 35. Eric. And Eric gets... That might be one of the RPMs. It is. So that's at least his second one out of this roll. I know that he got one of these already. Coin number 36. Jim Fletcher. Jim. What did Big Jim get? He gets a mark coin there. It's got those concentric rings right up there. Now number 37, Sureg. It's another concentric ring coin. Yep. Another one of the concentric ring coins. I am looking at the reverses on these real quick as I'm putting them in their flips. Number 38. This one's for Jordan. And another normal coin here. This is one of the lesser usual dies here. This one's probably from a different source, either the previous or the next. I did see the pictures, Doug. That is very interesting. It is a struck through, by the way. I haven't had a chance to respond to the email, so I'll do it right here. That is a struck through, and the way that you tell a struck through, I'll bring up the picture after the end of the coins here. This is another one of the mark coins. That one for Malcolm. For Carl now. What do we get for Carl? That's another one of the mark coins there. That now for Carl. And we're going through these at a coin every 10 seconds. Jim Fletcher. Mr. Fletcher again. This time another mark coin. Bummer. All the same die. Boom, 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 boom. Number 42 for Mark now. See if he gets another mark coin. Nope. Not this time. But this one is a RPM. It's one of the RPMs. So this one goes to Mark. Coin number 43 now. Taco John. Taco John. And this one is not one of the RPMs. It is a normal coin. Yeah, it is. Normal coin filling in the second 5 in the upper part of the second 5. We've seen this die before. So we continue. Moving along. Coin number 44 now. Josie. Oh, Josie. Mark coin. There's our scratches. Next up, number 45. Taco. 5 coins remain after this one. It's a mark coin. Number 46. Sissy. And Sissy gets... This one is one of our normal coins with the filling in the second 5, or in the first 5, and the only 5. What am I saying? And see all that white stuff right along the rim? All that white stuff, that's plastic from the tube. It comes right off the coin. So don't be afraid to just very lightly wipe it off of your coin. Coin number 47. Now, no Frosty. I don't think he were in any of the rolls for this particular show. I think he missed the show altogether. And this one is not a mark coin. Well, it is a mark coin after all. Well, no, it isn't. This is different. Different die. Die change. time to check the eye. Nothing on the eye. Time to check the reverse. And more plastic from the tube. Nothing on the reverse there. Yeah, Wanda missed it too. If you guys want to email me ahead, straight up, fast, and do this, I can add you in some of these rolls when we get through the roll and there are spots left. I can put you guys in if you can't show up to the show. If you want to give me the authorization to do so ahead of time, I can, but I will be sending an invoice. You will be charged for the coins, and you will get the coins. I've had a little bit of a problem before with some of the people that I've automatically put in rolls. I put them in because they told me to, and then I never heard from them again. Didn't pay me for them or anything. AK Born Rebel, one of them. Ted Evans, another one. A few people who have had late payment or non-payment, so I've kind of stopped doing the automatic toss-in because I don't know who really wants in and who doesn't. But if you really want in, you want to tell me that you're going to want in. When you forget what day it is, Wanda, all you got to do is just tell me. I'm probably going to forget what day it is next week, so throw me in the rolls if you can, and I'll do so. All right, that's it for that roll. We have 1 RPM plus 1 possible RPM. Actually, I'm not going to call it a possible. It's definitely an RPM, but it seems to be the only one in the roll. And if we take a good look at what we have here, hang on just a second, let me get this over with. Take a good look at what we have here. These are all the normal coins that came out of this roll. And then I'm going to count this just for numbers. Just for numbers. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here, I'll do it this way so you can see your names. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 coins or die varieties. The people who I'm talking about, folks, were people who are not in the channel today. They're ones who just decided to disappear like a fart in the wind. And I don't know anything about them, don't know anything about where they are or anything else. But if you think of customers that I've had in the last 6 months who showed up to a few shows, got acclimated to the channel, and then just left without a trace, those are the people I'm talking about. The people who are still here today have all paid with good reason why they didn't pay earlier. I said the whole junk box thing, I can understand that. I'm getting ready to have to change things around again. Zoho sent me an email this morning and said I'm sending out too many invoices, so I've got to either pay them more money to use their software or move on to something else. That's true, Dan. All we are is resting on what time we've got left, but right now we'll just take off and come right back. So you guys go out and find the stream for reveal number 592. Go in there and wait for me, and I'll be there in just a few minutes.